Ladies and gentlemen, I got my boots on and I stand ready. My gear's packed and I'm ready to go. Just in case somebody wants to find out, I got my boots on. Ladies and gentlemen, I traveled a long way. I done traveled a long way. I done been through enough in my life. I done been through so much bull. But I got the wind in my back, y'all. And I don't need to look around. I ain't gotta look around. Because of anybody got the nerve to catch a sneak. You wanna catch a sneak? I got my boots on. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, come on out there, y'all won't detail. Oh, I'm sorry. This is what I wanted to say this morning. Hold on, y'all. I got something I want to say. Mr. Trump on TikTok posted a video. Look at that. Who them people? Come on now, hold on. Who are them people? Got their mouths wide open? Oh, they look like they got monkey suits on. Trump posts a video on social media network that depicts the Obamas as apes in a jungle. Wait, hold on. Is that allowed? I don't remember a time where a orange man could sit up there and post videos of people of color being apes in modern history. From the White House? Look at that. The real Donald Trump, social media. Uh-oh. There seems to be a problem. He is calling people of color apes? That sounds... Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Something wrong. That ain't the way it's supposed to be. Y'all hold on one second. I got to change something. Because there's some... Uh-oh. There we go. Hold on. Had to change that being the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't do that little social media commenting stuff, but there appears to be this reverse racism thing going on that I am finding very offensive, where the people of non-color, the ones who, as a group, individuals were claiming were racist, are now flipping the script and saying that individuals who were previously depicted as the ones having their rights violated via racism are now claiming that it's just the opposite, that they're the ones being discriminated against. Even bringing lawsuits against universities because they have these so-called diversity programs. No, hold on now. I understand. Individuals of color, they have a culture. They created their own culture. And everybody started wanting to assimilate that culture into their culture. You know, when it came to music, style of dress, hairstyle, everybody wanted to assimilate that into their culture. I get it. You know, you see something, you like it. Man, I want to buy that right there. How much is that? What you mean it's not for sale? Everything's for sale. What you mean it ain't? No, people sell their soul. I want to buy that. I don't care. Hey, no, hold on. Okay, no, you're right. It ain't for sale. You ain't selling it. That's okay. Jimmy, we coming back over here later tonight. We just gonna take it. Mm-hmm. We gonna claim it was ours in the first place, that they took it from us. All right. Yeah, oh no, I'm having that, whether they want me to have it or not, because I don't play that. That's how things normally go. Been going like that for centuries, decades, millennia. I just thought I'd point that out because this don't make sense. Depicting them as apes. Y'all don't y'all don't get why he did that. He knew that that would set some people off. He knew that that would piss some people off. Why is he putting out a video like that right now that's going to cause so much controversy? Because there's some other controversy dealing with 2 million pages or something like that. I don't know how many pages it is, but everybody's talking about it right now. Every single time they talk about that, somebody throws some smoke into the air to distract people. That's called a distraction, y'all. Called a distraction. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see the distraction?
They said I borrowed but never told the truth.
They never told
it. I note funded it all, I brought the proof.
I brought it.
Promissory power encoded in law, statutes that...
Now ChatGPT is trying to throw distractions. I've been putting out some videos lately. Do you know ChatGPT gave me another warning that I am trying to defraud someone? And I'm teaching people to defraud someone? Because I put videos out there showing people that they can receive a refund when they do their taxes the correct way. Hold on now. Hold on. I only deal with facts and conclusions of law. If you listen to every single video, I won't allow the GPT to deal with anything but facts and conclusions of law. I don't deal with presumptions. So what's really going on? Well, see, here's the thing. When you do your taxes, and, oh, by the way, if anybody wanted to accuse me of fraud or anything, it would be YouTube, because I'm putting the videos out on YouTube. They ain't said nothing. I wish they would. But when you're doing your taxes, ladies and gentlemen, you have to recognize, it's called recognition. You have to understand of your authority. It's called choose in action. Choose in action. I call it choice in action because it sounds a lot better in English, but it's choose in action. You get to choose how you're going to document your assets. You get to document it as a loss if you want. Get your credits. In other words, deduction and reduction. Or you get to document it as income, capital gains. You document it as capital gains. Now you got taxes you got to pay. But wait, hold on. You can either use part of it to pay the taxes by documenting part of it as a loss, and you only get the credit for the income, and that doesn't give you a refund. But if you document it as, pay attention, income, and you use that income and financial assets to offset the taxes by paying the taxes, you're doing good. But if you estimate and overpay the taxes, you generate a refund. Shh. I didn't say that. The code says it since 1918. Now they'll tell you, well, that law was repealed. No, it wasn't repealed. They did not repeal that law. I can prove that all day long. That law was never repealed. What happened was they amended it, the same as they amended the 1866 Act, Civil Rights Act, but they never repealed it and they never changed any of the original functions of that act, nor did they change the original functions of the Act of 1918 dealing with taxes. All right. The got to clear my throat. Situation is, oh no, it's 3:36. I've been up since about, what was it, 2:59. I think that's what the clock said. I had about 6.5 hours of sleep. Oh no, I do just fine like this. This does okay. I'll be up for the rest of the day and then I'll go to sleep again early and wake up early again because that's my world. Come share my world. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that you guys understand all of the information you need has been put out there for you regarding taxes. I told all of you, those of you who helped me when I asked for it, I said I was going to help you. I've shown you where people have gotten billions of credits on their transcripts. Now I'm showing you how to take those credits and document them, realize them, recognize them, realization and recognition, two key words in taxes, as financial assets, as income, pay the taxes and get a refund. Now, you don't go for the gusto at the very beginning. You don't go for billions of dollars at the very beginning. Keep it in the low hundred thousands at the very beginning. Do it quarterly and increase it excrementally over time. Okay? No, you can't do a consult for this. That's not how it works. I don't do consults on this, so please don't ask. Whew. No, because it's not my job to explain to you how to do taxes. I'm not the tax guy. I'm the legal guy. I will tell you what the law says. Okay? That's my job. You got a problem legally? I'm your guy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have people who have dug themselves some deep holes with the system by listening to those stupid videos and not going to court when they've been summoned. Yeah. They don't have jurisdiction. I get it. Oh, Lord, I get it. But the problem is, you guys are handling it the wrong way. You cannot ignore it. That's like ignoring cancer. Eventually, it's going to catch up to you. Okay? Go ahead. You heard, if anybody wants to catch a sneak, I got my boots on. Okay? He talks about if anybody wants to find out. Okay? Y'all keep messing with the system, you will find out. Okay? Because the vice president keeps telling y'all that y'all gonna around and find out. He keeps using that like he in with the modern era. I apologize that it's my generation that's causing all the damage. I never ever thought in the entire time of my life that my generation would do more damage to this world than any other generation prior. Go ahead. This is my generation. The people who are in control now, most of the people who are in control in Congress are not the old idiots. It's the generation my age. Go ahead. All your main supervisors, your individuals owning companies, they're all my age. We are doing all the damage, not them. We are doing all the damage. I was documenting the amount of income I earn every year, legitimate income that I earn every year. And I realized that my tax bracket is what it is. Now, I don't make a profit. I promise you, I don't make a profit. I don't make a profit on purpose. On paper, I make a profit. But in actuality, in actual currency that I take in, I don't make a profit because I put it all back into the company. Hold on now. Because that's my choice. Choice in action. Okay? That's my choice. I have a lot of write-offs. A ton of write-offs. You know that $400 billion lawsuit? That's income. Because that's a financial asset. Shh. Don't tell nobody. That's times 150. I told them to stop playing with me. That's what their law says. I don't say that. I told them to stop playing with me. Told them to leave me alone. Or I'll dismantle their whole piece of junk. That's how backwards the system is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they've made Mr. Epstein more famous in his death than he ever would have been alive. He could have lived another 50 years and he would not be this famous. Do you understand? They have redacted hundreds of thousands of pages, millions of pages, and they only left names of people in the open that they don't care about. Bill Gates, man, he taking one for the team. Okay? Bill Gates is taking one for the team. Why? Why is Bill Gates taking one for the team? Because that's the contract that they sign. Y'all don't understand? Do you? Bill Gates ain't nobody. He's out there in the forefront because they allowed him to be a billionaire. You don't get to be a billionaire without them allowing it. Go talk to Kanye West. He'll tell you. And I'm so glad Kanye realized what was going on, because what did he do? He purposely said what he said so that he could get out of that contract. You get what I'm saying? Now they done cloned that mother. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. No, 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 no. I was watching the show Tyrone, who cloned Tyrone, and you know, I confused it with Kanye West. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whew. I'm sorry, Kanye. I mean, yay. I'm sorry about that. All right, back to the hotel, ladies and gentlemen. This is our world. Distraction after distraction after distraction. Before they put someone in office, I told all of you, the man with the yellow balloon. Do never, ever forget the story of the man with the yellow balloon. He comes into town. He's wearing a nice, bright orange suit, and he has a yellow balloon. And he's coming into town, and everybody's focused on the man in the orange suit with the yellow balloon. And that yellow balloon is just sitting up there flying in the air, and everybody's looking up at the yellow balloon. And while they're all looking at the yellow balloon, he's got his little minions going around and pickpocketing everybody. And you got the sense enough not to look at the yellow balloon. You're looking at the pickpocketers, and you're trying to warn everybody, hey, he's picking your pockets. Look, leave me alone. Don't you see I'm watching the yellow balloon? Everybody wants to focus on the yellow balloon, and they don't want to see their pockets picked. Well, right now you're having your brains picked. They are sitting up there throwing distraction after distraction after distraction. Do me a favor, go turn on the news and listen to how many stories don't mean nothing, don't affect you in your personal life. Listen to how many stories do not affect you, but they're talking about Iran. I told you guys. I've been telling people that there was going to be a situation with Israel and Iran since 2013 when it came to my attention. And then there's going to be an issue about a dirty bomb. And aren't they talking about enriched uranium all of a sudden? And Iran is talking about its ballistic missiles, and they're talking about restricting their ballistic missiles. Somebody is either going to do a false flag, detonate a dirty bomb someplace, probably in Palestine. Don't know. I can't tell you. It's all speculation now because I don't know the details. I just know what's going to happen. I know when that happens, ooh-wee, that's going to be, time is up. This is it. Make no mistake where you are. This is it. You got to go further. This is it. Don't be a fool anymore. What? What? Y'all didn't know? This is the time of the end. It's not the time of the beginning. And everybody's acting like, oh, I don't believe in that. Okay, fine. Fee, fi, fo, thumb, and find out. Okay? This is that time. This is not the time to be distracted. But even that book talked about distractions. Look, here's the thing. Without the Bible, we wouldn't know about a heaven or an earth. No, hold on now. Without the Bible, we wouldn't have a word depicting moon or earth. The name earth comes from the Bible. Very first words in the Bible. Every version of the Bible says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The very first words, the exact same words. No matter what language, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So the heavens, we know that means the other planets. Hold on now. Nobody knew that there were other planets when the Bible was written. Shh. Pay attention. They just knew that there were stars. They didn't know there were other planets. Hold on now. They even counted the planets as stars, because if you look into the sky at night, planets look like stars. But the Bible talked about it. You see what I'm saying? We didn't know. The Bible talked about it. We wouldn't even have a word for it if it weren't for the Bible. We wouldn't have a word for mother. Everybody said we came from evolution. If we came from evolution, let me ask you a question. Then how come no other creature has languages like humans? Hold on now. We all came from the same thing. Look, we all came from the same thing. That means we all should have developed the same, because we all have the same components. Sorry, it don't work that way. But don't but me. That's why they still don't have the missing link. That missing link thing that has been missing for millions of years, according to these scientists. We have no idea why humans develop blah, blah, blah. Well, it came from evolution. Everything should have developed the same. It's evolution. So why is it that the one cell develops into an embryo, develops into a newborn bouncing baby, and then that newborn bouncing baby develops into an old cripply old man with some attitude and turning orange in front of everybody? Why? Why? They can't explain that. But they use that to depict and describe evolution. But they can't explain why other creatures who develop along the same line don't have the ability to talk, invent, create, realize where they come from, their history. Ain't that something? Go ahead. Any other species of creature lives to be over 100 years old besides tortoises? Hold on. 80 years old, 90 years old? Any other creature that's able to communicate, able to display love? But people want to talk about evolution. Evolution has nothing to do with love. What's love got to do? Got to do with it? The late Tina Turner. What a shame. All right, gotta go. I just thought I'd be up here at 3 o'clock in the morning to talk about apes. Planet of the Apes. That should be a new show. As a matter of fact, Obama's Planet of the Apes, where you guys are on course to eradicate every single piece of orange and white grape ever produced on the earth. Matter of fact, you make wine out of it. That would be the premise of the show. Okay, not patented or copywritten. Y'all can have that and run with it. Lord have mercy. All right, gotta go. Y'all take care. I got, like I said, apes and apes and